What's this next one? You trying to be like a private detective, or what's going on with this?
Yeah, private detective, but looking into and spying on your code. So this was sent off by the a Twitter account called Pylang, and this is PySnooper. It's a never the claim is never use print for debugging again, and I have to admit I am one to lean on the print statement every once in a while, um, especially if I'm just sometimes I don't really want to use a breakpoint because I've got some code that's getting hit a lot, and I really do want to see what it looks like over time. So one of the things that people often do is throw a print statement somewhere in a line just to say, "Hey, I'm here." The other thing they do is like print out a variable name right after an assignment so that they can see when it changes. But that's
It
exactly
was
kind of
this, and now it's that.
yeah. So this is exactly kind of what it does. So by default, it's just you can throw a decorator onto a function. That's the easiest way to apply it. For PySnooper, decorate a function, and now every time that function gets run, you get a play-by-play log of your function. And what it logs is it logs the parameters that gets passed your function. It logs all the output of your function, but also every line of the code of the function that gets run. And every time a variable is changed, it changes its value. And then even at the end, it tells you the elapsed time for the function. So that's quite a bit. And if that's great for you, great. But if it's too much information, you can also isolate it with a with block and just take a section of your function under test and just log a subset. And then if if local variables are not enough and you're changing some global variable, you can tell it to watch that as well. Anyway, it's a pretty simple API, and there's actually quite a few times I think I'll probably reach for this.
Yeah, I when I first saw this, I'm like, yeah, it's kind of cool. There's a lot of these replacements where I think like, you know what? You've got PyCharm or you've got VS Code, you're better off just setting a breakpoint, and the tooling is so much better than like say PDB or something like that, right?
Yeah.
This though, this solves a problem that always frustrates me when I'm doing debugging, which is you're going around, you've got to keep a track in your mind. Okay, this value was that, now it's this, and then it became that, and like sort of the flow of data. Like at any frozen point, you can see really well with the visual debuggers, right, like PyCharm or whatnot, what the state is. You can see even what's changed. But like this number when this list was empty, then this was added, and here's how it evolved over time. You know, people should check out the README for this because that view of it is like there's a loop where it shows going through the loop 4 times, and as like all the values and variables like build up, so you can just like review it and see how it flows. I think it's pretty sweet actually.
Yeah, one of the other things that I forgot to mention is if you're like debugging a process on a server, maybe it's you've got a small service that's running, and you instead of standard out, you can pipe these logs to a file and review them later. So
Yeah, very cool. Yeah, for definitely for a server as well, it would be nice to flip that on. And I guess with the conditional bit, you could probably even, in code say, do you feel like you're running into trouble? Turn on the PySnooper for a minute and then turn it off. Like there's probably options there. But yeah, you definitely wouldn't want to attach a real debugger to like production. Dude, why wouldn't the site work? Oh, somebody's got to go back to their desk and hit F5 or continue or whatever. Yeah, that's not going to go well. Thank you for watching this segment of the Python Bytes podcast. This video was made during the recording of the full episode. Visit pythonbytes.fm and get the whole story. Subscribe to the podcast and get the entire episode delivered to your phone. Please support our work by taking one of the courses at pythonbytes.fm/courses or learning PyTest with Brian's book at pythonbytes.fm/PyTest. Finally, visit our sponsor shown on the screen here. Visit the link on the screen and get the special offer for Python Bytes and YouTube listeners. Thanks, and have a great rest of your day.